Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts! We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Head to downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit hinogas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
close.
We are this close.
Of Wantinti.
To making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close. We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close. If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
I opened Alex Laurent with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex Laurent, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
If you're looking for custom hats, shirts, or jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular designs fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office.
If you drive a truck, we're looking for you. Rollins Transportation is now hiring non-CDL drivers for FedEx ground delivery routes. You must be 21 years or older, have 1+ year driving a 15-foot or larger box truck, have a clean background check, a clean driving record, and be able to provide a driving employment history. There are multiple open spots available. If you have what it takes to be part of our growing team, don't wait. Call, text, or email to apply today.
Hello everybody, welcome to Harlingen South Gym.
It's a beautiful day for volleyball this time around. Hello, everyone. Mario Medrano alongside Eric Medrano on the controls here today from Harlingen South Gym. Well, it's the final round of volleyball in 32-6A. We got a good one here today, and the key words here tonight is uncertainty and drama. Well, the drama continues tonight. Final round of volleyball action in 32-6A. A lot is on the line here tonight. Well, let's talk about the visiting team. We have Hanna here at South. For the Hanna Golden Eagles, they won last week. They defeated in a 5-set. They had a 5-set win at home last Saturday against Los Fresnos, tying up Los Fresnos at the top of the standings at 8-1. They have qualified for the playoffs already. That's Los Fresnos with an 8-1 record and Hanna with an 8-1 record. They're in the playoffs, so they're fighting for a possible co-championship with Los Fresnos. Now, after that, there's log jam after the standings. You got San Benito, Harlingen South, Rivera at 3-6, and Harlingen High at 2-7. It's six-team district, 32-6A. So for the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, they're fighting for a playoff spot. They're in the middle of thing, in the thick of the race here. They defeated rival Harlingen Lady Cardinals on a 3-0 on Saturday. So this is a good one. We got a good matchup here today. For the Hanna Lady Eagles, they're fighting for a co-championship possibly. And for the Lady Hawks, they're looking for a playoff spot. Should possibility of finishing everything close together, if there's should be a tie, there could be a play-in game. Should there be a tie the standings with a possibility mathematically, some of these teams can end up with a 3-7 record. So a lot of possibilities, a lot of uncertainty here on the standings. So we'll figure this one out. This will play out tonight across the Rio Grande, across the Rio Grande Valley, Lower Rio Grande Valley. Is the standings. The teams, Hanna will be at South here tonight. San Benito is at Los Fresnos, and also Harlingen at Rivera. So everything will be determined tonight. If needed, there will be a play-in game. So we're at the Harlingen South Gym. Mario Medrano alongside Eric Medrano bringing the action here. Volleyball action in 32-6A. Once again, let me go over the standing. Los Fresnos 8-1. Hanna Lady Eagles 8-1. Now, these two teams have already qualified for the playoffs. So they are in the playoffs regardless. Now, after that, you have San Benito, South, and Rivera with a 3-6 record. So all kinds of possibilities, head-on competition and all kinds of things. And in the sixth place is Harlingen High. The Lady Cardinals coming in at 2-7. For them, what they're expecting, they're waiting for some help from the other teams. If they can win tonight, they're on the road at Rivera. If they can win tonight, they end up with a 3-7. And if all the other teams in front of them, San Benito, South, and Rivera, obviously they will defeat Rivera. But if South and San Benito loses tonight, that's going to create a logjam on the top. We're ready for the national anthem. We'll pause and listen to our national anthem. And we're back at Harlingen South Gym. We got a big matchup here today with playoff implications between the Hanna Lady Eagles and the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. Got the introductions going on here. First for the visiting team for Hanna for the Lady Golden Eagles. Angelina Castillo, number 5. Well, there's a team, the Hanna Lady Eagles, being introduced here at the Harlingen South Gym. Got a good crowd, more people coming in. They continue flowing into the Harlingen Gym. We got a pretty packed house on the visitor side. The home side beginning to pack up. Now let's listen to introduction of the home team, the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. We cover Harlingen South a couple of times, and you know, the coach was talking about, Coach Anissa Lucio has been talking about how competitive this district. That's been the key word on both sides. Very competitive district. Anybody can beat anybody on a given night, and so that's the key. I know Coach Ensgar Hegman, the head coach for Hanna, that was his concern coming into Harlingen South tonight. He says, we cannot go in thinking we got it made. We got to go and compete and bring our A game tonight. So his focus, got to see the girls in the hallway, got to talk to a couple of the Hanna girls, and they're very relaxed here with tonight's game. They know what's at the line. They're already in the playoffs, so you take away that pressure. Take away that pressure for Hanna, because they know they're in the playoffs. Both Hanna and Los Fresnos already in the playoffs. The key word is for San Benito, South, and Rivera fighting for a playoff spot. 6-team district in 32-6A. Only 4 will advance. Of course, Los Fresnos, Hanna. So it's up to the last 4 teams they're battling out for 2 spots to advance to postseason. Should be a good matchup here today. Very competitive district. And again, if depending on the standings, we'll know more after the game. Could settle in for a playing game. RealSportsLive.com in the house here today. Certainly want to appreciate all our sponsors coming in. Mr. Joe Bowling also covering a big championship game in a lower district. We live in San Isidro. Send a shout out to Mr. Joe Bowling. Got new sponsors in the Harlingen area. I want to send a shout out to one of the new advertisers, RealSportsLive.com. Southern Air Condition and Heating Solutions here in Harlingen. They're located at 1405 North Business 77. Give them a call for all your heating and cooling needs. 428-2213. One of the new advertisers that just came on today. Also the Scoop. One of the new sponsors alongside these Southern AC and Heating Solutions. The Scoop. Yeah, it's an ice cream place. It's got some great ice cream. And got to check them out too. Certainly want to welcome them on board. Making all this possible for RealSportsLive.com to bring on the action. People are asking us about if we're covering the game, asking for information about it. So we're glad to be here. Mario Medrano on the call. We're just about ready from the Harlingen South Gym on a cool night outside. But let me tell you, it's getting pretty warm in here. Harlingen South will set up on the left side of your screen. Brownsville Hanna Lady Eagles will be on the right side of the screen. We're just about ready to get underway from Harlingen South Gym. Playoff spots are on the line here tonight. Hanna 8-1, South 3-6. To the service line, number 18, Julissa Molina. Julissa Molina will get the show on the roll for the Lady Eagles. There's Julissa. Here's the serve. We're underway. Picked up in the back line. Here's a set to number 6. Hit hard. Picked up by Hanna on their side. Number 17 gets it across. Tabitha Fernandez. Here's a setup to number 6. The big power hitter for South. That's Michaela Mireles. Playing the front row on the left side. Number 6, Michaela Mireles. Point for Harlingen South. 1-0. 1 serving 0. Number 23 on the line to serve for Harlingen. That's Evelyn Yanes. Yanes on the service line for Harlingen South. We're underway. 1-0 the score. Here's a serve by Yanes. Gets it across. Hanna picked up by the back line. Here's a set. Across. Picked up by the back line for South. Here's a setup once again to Michaela. Back line. That's good. Mireles, another kill for Mireles. She's got 2 kills already. She's been one of the top players for South all year long. Seen her a couple of times. Mireles definitely has the power to put it away. Here's 2-0. 2 service nothing. Number 23, Yanes. Here's a serve. Across, diving by the libero on the back line. Here's a set to the right side. Just a little bit too long. Number 6 on the shot for Hanna. Put a little too much power. Odalis Gonzalez. One of the premier players for Hanna, number 6. Just a little too much power. The ball goes at a bounce point for Harlingen South. 3-0. Here's a serve across the net. Here's a setup to number 17. Odalis, that one's in there. Got a piece of the line. They're going to give a point to kill for Gonzalez that time. Got a piece of the back line. Good call. Young man, a lot of pressure on the young man, to be honest. All right, here's a serve. Picked up at the back line by Harlingen South. Here's a set to the middle. Spots it, gets it across. Just tipped it over by Hanna. Here's a set once again. Power hit in there by number 6, Michaela Mireles. Both were number 6, the 2 top players on each team. Back to the service line is number 3, Dolores Mendoza. Mendoza, here's a serve for 1. 4 serving 1. Here's the set. Gonzalez, power, picks up by the front line. Looking for a spot in the back line. Just a little bit too long. That was Dolores Mendoza trying to spot the ball in the back line. Ball gets a little bit too long. 4-2 is the score. Point for Hanna. South on top, 4-2. Just underway, game 1. To the service line will be number 7 for Hanna, the Lady Eagles. That's Aniel Aniel Agüero. Here's a serve. Gets it across. Picked up by the back line by number 5. Here's a set. They get it across. Back by the libero, number 5 by Hanna, Angelina Castillo. Castillo gets it across. Picked up by the back line. Try to get it across. It's on the Hanna side. Nice volley across by number 15, Alexis Alvarez. Here's a set. Big hit, block at the line was Michaela Mireles. South trying to play it across. They do. Hanna trying to set up. Here's number 15 with a hit. Partially blocked at the line. Ball's in there. Drops in there for a point. Number 15, Alexis Alvarez. Ball was partially blocked. That's a point for Hanna. 3 serving 4. Hanna 3. Harlingen South 4. We're underway. Game number 1. Here's a serve across. Here's a setup. To the backside setup. Big sit. They're going to say that's a point. It looked a little controversial, but they say that's a point. That's a point for Harlingen South. 5-3. 5 serving 3. Cross kill on the net. Got a piece of the line. Short serve. Picked up by the line. Here's a setup by number 7. To the middle. Little dink. Picked up. Nice save by South. Across to the libero, number 5, Angelina Castillo. The set, big hit, picked up nice, big scoop by the South. Little ding, ball drops in there. Number 5, Maya Aguirre, one of the top players for South, lays it in there. 6-3 is the score, South on top, game 1. Just underway, game number 1, Harlingen South, big 32-6-8 matchup here at Harlingen South Gym. Ball gets across. Picked up by the libero, number 5. Here's a set, trying to get it across. Doesn't go across. Just didn't put enough. Hanna. That's a point for Harlingen South. 7-3. serving 3. On the lost service, Michaela Mireles for South. They lead 7-3 on game number 1. Here's a serve, gets it across. That's going to be an ace right in the center of the court for Mireles. 8-3 the score in game number 1. RealSportsLive.com bringing you the action. Timeout. Hannah's going to talk about it. Coach Ensgar Hegman is going to take a timeout and talk about it as South jumps ahead here early in the first game, 8-3. Again, playoff implications here today. And across the 32-6A, 6 teams, 2 teams are in, 4 teams looking to clinch a spot on the state playoffs, trying to get to the postseason. Los Fresnos, Hanna comes in with a record of 8-1. They're tied for first place with Los Fresnos. So for Hanna, once again, they're trying to get a co-championship. Unless Los Fresnos was to be upset by San Benito, they could actually clinch a first place championship on their own, by themselves. We'll see what happens at San Benito and Los Fresnos. A big game, too. Of course, San Benito also fighting for a playoff spot. So all kinds of scenarios here today. Quickly to the line. Here we go. Here's Michaela Mireles. 8 serving 3. Here's the serve of Mireles. Saved by Hanna. Ball was going outside. Across to the south side. Partial block at the line by Hanna. They set. Now here's a setup. Little punch it across. Here's Mireles, set to the middle. They get it across. Here's Hanna trying to set up by number 15. They play it across, they bump it across. Back to the Hanna side. Here's a set. Big kill by number 6, Odalis Gonzalez. She puts it away for Hanna. That's a point for Hanna. 4 serving 8. Hanna Lady Eagles 4, Harlingen South 8. Here we go. Here's a serve by Hanna. Get it across. The libero picks it up in the midline. Here's a set. A big hit. Ball was blocked, but on the side of Hanna, there was number 5, Maya Aguirre, putting it away. It was blocked, but ball fell on the Hanna side. That's a point. 9 serving 4. Back to service number 2, Corinne Reniger. Reniger to serve. Here's a serve by Reniger. Gets it across. Number 7 to set up to Gonzalez. Bumped up by number 3, Dolores Mendoza. Mendoza to Aguirre. Aguirre gets it across. Here's a set by number 7. Punch it across. Ball drops in there. Barely across the net by number 8, Natalie Davila for Hanna. Gets a point for the Lady Eagles. 5 serving 9. Hanna 5, South 9. On the service line, number 12, Vivian Isaguirre for Hanna. Here's a line drive, serve to the back line. Picked up. Here's a setup. Picked up defensively well. Trying to hit it. That's a point. Not a good setup by Hanna. Went to the Harlingen South, and Aguirre puts it away. Maya Aguirre puts it away for a point for Harlingen South. 10-5. They lead 10-5. Game number 1 just underway from the Harlingen South gym. Number 1 on the service line, Zoe Garcia for the Lady Hawks. Garcia, here's a serve. Line drive into the net. That's a point for Hanna. Back to the service line for Hanna is number 17, Tabitha Fernandez. Fernandez gets it across. High serve, picked up. Here's a set. Across, trying to push it. Picked up by number 70 to the back line by Fernandez. Gets it across. Here's a set by Harlingen. Number 5, cross court. Nothing going. Good picked up by Hanna. Across on a soft hit. Here's a setup. Number 6, coming for the Belac Mireles. Hanna, here's a big hit. Picked up by the back line. Here's South. Here's a set to number 5, Aguirre. Bumped up by Hanna. Here's the libero, number 5. Gets it across. Angelina Castillo. Here's a set for South. Coming across cross court. Back to her. Hit. Defended. Hanna is playing the nice volley, but both teams keeping the ball in the air. Here's a set by South. Going for the corner. That's going to be good. Left corner that time by South, and found a spot right there for a point. 11 serving 6. Back to the service line at number 5, Maya Aguirre. 11 serving 6. Harlingen South 11, Hanna 6. Game number 1 underway. Picked up by the back line by Gonzalez. Here's a set. Across to South. Backside setup, beautiful hit. Believe number 22, Aliyah Guevara on a beautiful kill by Harlingen South. The lead 12-6. On the service line, number 5, Maya Aguirre, 12 serving 6. Here's the serve, line drive, picked up by the back line by Gonzalez to number 17. Big hit in the line, picked up well into the line. Number 3 put that one away. Alondra Ouija put it away initially, picked up by the back line for South. Just couldn't play it off the net. That's a point for Hanna. 7 serving 12. Lady Eagles 7, South 12. Here's a serve by number 18, Julissa Molina across. Miscommunication, unable to get it across. That's another point for Hanna. 8 serving 12. Hanna 8, Harlingen South 12. Julissa Molina at the line. Molina, here's a serve. Nice high serve. Here's a set by number 5. Hit run, a big kill. Maya Aguirre with a set. Mireles with a kill. 13 serving 8. Number 23 at the service line, Evelyn Yanis. South on top, game number 1. Here's a serve. This time she gets it across. Set up by number 17, Tabitha Fernandez gets it across. Big kill by number 6, Odalis Gonzalez from the left corner, front corner for the Lady Eagles. That's a point. Going to the line is number 1, Adi Arsenal. Arsenal at the service line for Hanna. 9 serving 13. Here's the serve. Back line, bumped up to the center. Here's number 6, try to get it across. Mireles, that she does. Here's a setup into the net. Number 3 trying to get it across. Natalie Arnold, she just couldn't make it across. That's a point for South. 14-9. Coming to the service line into the ballgame is number 3, Dolores Mendoza. Mendoza will be at the service line. 14-9. South on top. Here's a serve. Here's a set and a big hit by number 6. Gonzalez looked for a while like it might be out. Who knows? They're going to say it's in. That's a point for the Lady Eagles. That's a point for the Lady Eagles. 10 serving 14. Eagles on the service line. They get it across. Here's a set. Partially blocking the line. Gets it across. Double hit. Ball hits in there. They got it across, but standing tall at the line by the front of the net was Michaela Mireles. She blocked it down. Hanna couldn't get it across. That's a point for South. Mireles goes to the service line. 15-10. Harlingen South on top. 15-10. Game number 1. Here's a serve, picked up on the left side by Gonzalez. Here's a set and a big hit, picked up by the back line by number 1, Zoe Garcia. Beautiful play. Mireles gets it across to the back line. Here's a setup again and a big hit, picked up again. Beautiful by number 23, Evelyn Yanis, the back line. They get it across. Harlingen South does. Here's a setup again by Hanna. Another hit and picked up by Mireles, the back line. Here's a set for South. Partial block at the line. 2 hits. Here's a setup. Try to get it across. Defended well by Mendoza. Here's the hit. Couldn't really set up. Aguirre thought had a chance. Here's a big kill. Partially blocked by the line, and that's a point. Big hit by Odalis Gonzalez. Ball went into the got part of the net, and then threw out the Harlingen South team. 11 serving 15. On the line for the Lady Eagles is number 6, Odalis Gonzalez. 11 serving 15. Game number 1. To the back line, Mireles picks it up. Here's a set to number 5. Big power hit. Maya Aguirre with a kill for the South Lady Hawks. 16 serving 11. Coming into the game is number 12, Andrea Grant. For South, she'll be on the front line at the left side. On the service line is Corinne Raniger. Here's Raniger's serve, a short serve. Ball's going to be out. That's a point for the Lady Eagles. Harlingen South 16, Hanna 12. On the service line is number 12, Vivian Isaguirre. Isaguirre with a serve right into the net. Isaguirre couldn't get it across. That's a point. Quickly She comes back in the game. Is the libero. Angelina Castillo comes back into the game. Serving number 1 is Zoe Garcia for the Lady Hawks. Here's a serve. Libero picks it up in the back line. Here's a set. A cross set. Beautiful pickup by South. Trying to set up. Here's Aguirre. Gets it across. Nice bomb. Here's a set in the middle of the court. Try to catch the South front line by surprise. They played it well. Looking for the corner. They get it across. Here's Hanna again with the setup. Picked up well by South again. Good defense to the back line. Couldn't follow through. Couldn't get the power behind. Was Mireles. Get it across. Here it comes. Here comes the setup by South again. Front line. Block at the line. Double hit on the line. Maya Aguirre had a chance to put that one away. Initially blocked by Hanna. And that's a point for Hanna. 17-13. That's a point. That's a point. Here's a serve by number 17. Coach was on the line trying to get a point. That was blocked on the line by number 1 for Hanna. Adi Arsenal with a block. 14 serving 17. Number 17, Tabitha Fernandez. Time call. Time call. A lot of action taking place. They take a timeout. We'll take a timeout and we'll be back.
The new location for Children's Depot in Wesco is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
We got a good game here. We're underway from the Harlingen South Gym. Mario Medrano for RealSportsLive.com bringing the action. Harlingen South 17, Brownsville Hanna 14 on this game number 1. Once again, we have playoff implications in District 32-6A. Got Hanna here at South, San Benito Los Fresnos, Harlingen at Rivera. So we'll have the clear picture after this, hopefully. All right, here we go. Hanna ready to serve. They 14 serving 17s at the service line. Tabitha Fernandez gets it across to the south side. Here's a setup by South. Gets it, get it across to the Hanna. Here's a setup for Hanna. Just a little bit too long. Number 8 on the right corner trying to go cross court. Just a little bit too long. Natalie Davila goes too long. That's a point for South. 18 serving 14. Number 5 at the service line for South. Maya Aguirre at the service line. Here's Aguirre serve. She gets it across. Picked up by the back line by Gonzalez. To the center, Fernandez. Gets it across by number 3, Natalie Arnold. South gets it across. Get onto the back line. Double. Here's the hit. They do get it across. Here's a set by number 5. Power hit. Just a little bit too long. The setup was to Mireles on the front left corner, just a little too long. Thought there might have been some contact on the front line. Apparently not. The referee says too long. Point for Hanna. 15 serving 18. Julissa Molina at the service line for Hanna. 15 serving 18. Game 1. Picked out by the back line. Here's a setup. Trying to get it across. They do. Back line, Molina picks it up. Sets out to 17. Hit. Picked out by the back line. Here's a setup, trying to get it across. They do. Picked up by Molina, the back line. 17, Fernandez in the back. Gets it across. Arsenal gets it over. They pick the spot right behind the blocker. Ball drops in there for a point. 16 serving 18. Molina at the service line. Once again, number 18 for Hanna. 16 serving 18, game number 1. Line drive. Picked up. 5, the set. Hit it with the left hand. Mireles didn't get the setup she wanted, I'm sure. Picked up by the line, up, trying to get it across. That's a point. Good hustle by number 23, Evelyn Llanes on the back line. Just couldn't get to the ball. That's a point. 17 serving 18. Julissa Molina at the service line for Hanna. 17 for Hanna, 18 for South. Game number 1. Here's a serve. Picked out by the back line. Here's a set. Punches it across. Defended well. There's a point here. See what the call is. That's a point for South. There might have been some contact. Somebody came across the line. Apparently that's what the referee's calling. Or touched the net. That's a point for South. 19 serving 17. On the line is number 23, Evelyn Llanes for the Lady Hawks. Llanes ready to serve. Here's a serve. She gets it across. Picked up by the libero in the back field. Here's a serve. Gets it across just a little bit too long. That drops in there for a point. Point for Hanna. 18 for Hanna. 19 for South. Back to servers. Arsenal. Adi Arsenal on the service line for Hanna. 18 serving 19. Game 1. Line drive. Picked out by the back line. Here's a serve by Aguirre. Long hit. Picked out by the back line. Nobody plays it. Miscommunication in the front corner for Hanna. Ball drops in there. That's a point for South. 20 serving 18. Back to the service line is number 3, Dolores Mendoza. 20 to 18. Short serve. They get it across on the one shot. They're going to set it up. Pushes it across to the right side. Beautiful hustle by the back line. Here's a setup by Hanna now. Just they punched it a bit out of bounds. Point for South. It's a timeout. 21 to 18. 2-game lead for South in game number 1. Just underway. We'll take a timeout and we'll be right back.
National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank. For 35 years, the Valley's bank.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
RealSportsLive.com in the house here at Harlingen South on this 32-6A volleyball matchup with the playoff implications. Mario Medrano on the call here today. Game number 1, South on top 21 to 18. They got the serve. On the service line for South is number 3, Dolores Mendoza. Mendoza ready to serve. They lead by 2 points, 21-18. Here's a serve by Mendoza, gets across to Hanna. Here's a set by Hanna. Hits it into the line, miss hit by number 6, Odalis Gonzalez. Trying to go cross court, looked like she missed fire on the shot. That's a point for South. They lead 22-18. Up by 4, excuse me. They're up by 4. 22-18. Here's the serve. Picked out by the back line. I popped it up inside. They're just going to bump it over. They do. South getting ready for setup. Cross serve. Big kick to number 6, Mireles. She puts it away on the kill. Front left line. That seems to be her spot from what we've seen here today and throughout the year. Michaela Mireles, number 6, puts it away. 23-18. 23-18, up by 5, South. Miss hit, a little bit long. Save, good save by number 4. They're going to get it across. Ball goes out of bounds. Initially, good save by Jenna Otero, but they bumped it out of bounds. 24-18, game point for Harlingen South. Game point, 24-18. Number 3, Dolores Mendoza on the serve. Up front, goes away. And they win 25-18. Game 1 belongs to Harlingen South, 25-18. South wins the first game from Harlingen South. Game 1 belongs to Harlingen South, 25-18. We'll take a break and we'll be back.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
And we're back at the Harlingen South Gym. Volleyball action here tonight. Mario Medrano on the call for RealSportsLive.com. Certainly appreciate you listening out there. Check us out on YouTube and all the different sources out there. Well, game one belongs to Harlingen South. They play well. A lot of energy here at the gym here tonight. Of course, they're playing for a playoff spot. So they win game number one, 25-18. Getting ready for game number two here. Whoever gets to three first, of course. Some action across the district also. See if we can get some scores. Got San Benito, Los Fresnos. Once again for Hanna, this is for a championship, co-championship, unless San Benito can upset Los Fresnos. They come in tie with a record of 8-1, Los Fresnos and Hanna. So depending on the outcome of their games, see what happens. They're both in the playoffs. The ones that are fighting for a playoff spot is between San Benito, Harlingen South, and Rivera. They come with a record of 3-6. And of course, Harlingen High has a 2-7 record. So 2 spots left for those teams that are fighting it out. South is doing well here. Got game number one. They're ready to take on game number two. Going from right to left. Here we go. With the serve, Maya Aguirre gets it across. Hanna with the setup. They bump it across. Here's South. They're going to try to set it up. Number 6, Mireles gets it across. Hanna's got the play now. Here's a set to number 6, and a big kill by Odalis Gonzalez. Their playmaker throughout the year. This young lady can flat out play, and if she's got it in range, she's got the right setup. I think more than likely she's going to put it away. 1 game, 1 point to nothing. 1-0, Hanna on top. Gets it across, picked out by the back line by number 1, Zoe Garcia. They get it across, South does. Here's the setup by Hanna. Cross court to number 12. Big hit, just a little bit too long. Vivian Izaguirre eyeing that corner on the right side. Just hit it a little too strong. 1-1 is the score. Game number 2. On the service line, number 23, Evelyn Yanes for the Lady Hawks. Yanes gets it across. Barely bumped it. Well played by Hanna. They just get it across. Reset by South. Here's a serve and a big hit and block at the line. They play it off the net. Wow, good play. Here's a serve. Touched it on the net. There might have been some contact. See what their call is. There's a little bit of contact on the line. Thumbs up on both sides. They're going to replay the point. All right, I believe they're going to replay the point. 1-1 is the score. 1 serving 1. Number 23 of the service line, Evelyn Yanes. Yanes with the serve. They're going to replay this one. Picked out by the back line, Arsenal. Here's the setup. They get it across. Trying to set it up is South. Across, up in the air by Hanna. To the middle of the court. They get it across. Good volley by Hanna. Here's the setup. Ball goes out of bounds. Looked like there might have been some contact on the line. Apparently now ball goes out of bounds. 2-1. 2 serving 1. Number 7 on the serve is Aniel Agüero. Agüero, big hit at the bag. That's a point by South. 2-2 the score. Michaela Mireles with the kill. Back line just couldn't play at that time by Hanna. 2-2 the score. Here's a serve by South. Get it across. Here's a setup by Hanna. Power hit to the back line. Picked up well. Defended well by South. Here's a big hit. Trying to put it away was Mireles. Played well by Hanna. Here's to get it across on one hit. Here's Hanna. He's going to set up Upper corner on the right side. They get it across. Here's South. Power hit, defended well by Hanna by the back line. Here's a set by Hanna now. Played across. Here's South on the Hanna side now. Here's the big hit, and a big hit once again by number 6, Odalis Gonzalez. That was the perfect setup that time. If you give him the perfect setup, I think this young lady is going to put it away every time. Point for Hanna. They lead 3-2. 3-2. Hanna on top. South won the first game. This is game number 2. Ball goes, plays off the net by South. Back set. Play well. Picked up by the back line across. Defended by South. Got to get it across. They do. All right, back line hit. Here's a cross set to number 12. Hits it across a little bit too long. Vivian Izaguirre from the front left trying to go across court just a little bit too long. That's a point for South. That's going to tie it up at 3-3. 3 up. 3 on the service line for South is Kayla Mireles, number 6. Mireles with the serve. Line drive serve. Picked up at the middle of the back. Here's a set. Cross set. Defended well by South. Trying to find a spot, block at the line. Back at South. Hit out of bounds by number 3 for South. That was Dolores Mendoza trying to find a spot on the line. Just goes wide, and that's a point for Hanna. 4 serving 3 on the last service line at number 12. Number 12, Vivian Izaguirre gets it across. Here's a setup for Mireles. She gets it across, play well, and a big hit. Bounces off a defender for South. That's going to be a point. That's a point for Hanna. 5-3, 5 serving 3. This is game number 2. South won the first game. This is game number 2. 5 serving 3. Hanna on top. 2-point lead for Hanna. Here's a setup. Punches it across. Well played. Cross setup. Big hit by Arsenal. Picked up well by South. They get it across. Looking for a spot. Cross court for Hanna. Once again looking for a spot. Picked up well. Defended well by South. Here's a setup. They get it across by number 1 Garcia. Zoe Garcia. Here cross court to Arsenal. Once again. Defending well. Got to get it across. They do. Here's a setup by number 17 Fernandez. Gets it across into the net. That's a point. Trying to go for the kill was Arsenal. She put that ball into the net, and that's going to be a point for South. 4 serving 5. On the line is Corinne Reniger. Reniger gets it across. Picked up by the back line. Cross court to Arsenal. Looking for a spot behind the defender. South plays it well. Here's a setup for South. Across to the Hanna side of the court. Number 5 comes from the back line. Misfires. Angelina Castillo trying to hit it across. She's the libero for Hanna. Misfires. That's a point. That's going to tie it up 5-5. On the service line is Raniger. Number 2 for South. 5-5. All tied up. That's going to go out of bounds. That's a point. That's a point. It was hit out of bounds right into the referee. Appreciate Eric Medrano helping me out here today, running the camera, running the computer, keeping up with the scoreboard, all kinds of things going on. Here we go. It's a 2-man crew here today calling the game for RealSportsLive.com. Cross set. Big dink, and that one's going to be good. Arsenal finally gets a point. Blocker came up, and she was just dunked that ball right on the side of the blocker. 6-6 is the score. Hanna to service number 17. Tabitha Fernandez gets it across. Trying to save the serve. Kicks it out of bounds. That's a point for Hanna. Garcia, Zoe Garcia trying to save that one. 7-6, 7 serving 6. Fernandez on the serves for Hanna. Picked up by the libero in the back line. Here's a set to number 5. Maya Aguirre gets it across. Here's a setup. Punches it across. Arsenal with a point. 8 serving 6. Hanna up by 2 in this game number 2. South won the first game, 25-18. Here's the serve. That one goes across. Point. It looked like it was going to be a setup. Hanna just misjudged the ball. The ball goes on their side. Number 7 couldn't play it. Aniel Agüero, so that's a point for South. 7 serving 8. 7 for South, 8 for Hanna. Here's a serve. Big set. Trying to find a soft spot. Well defended by South. Here's a setup for South. Looking for a spot. Play well by Hanna. Cross serve. Picked up well by South. Backs serve to the back line. To Mireles. Nice volley by both teams. They get it across. Hanna does. Miscommunication right in the middle of the court. Ball drops in there for a point for Hanna. 9-7. Hanna on top. But this is game number 2. South won the first one. Game number 2, 9-7 to the back line, picked up by Garcia in the back line. They get it across. Maya Aguirre does. Here's a setup by Hanna, defended well by South. Here's a hit, picked up well by Fernandez. They get it across to the south side. They're gonna reset again to the back line. Mireles didn't have a shot on that one. She just gets it across. Here's a power hit for the back line. Ball drops in there for a point. Big kill from the right side. That was number 1, Arsenal. Initially, there was good contact, good defense by South, but eventually that ball fell in, just unable to control the ball. We'll take a break. 7-10 is the score.
Professional Advisors at Employee Retirement Service has been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Once again, we're back at the Harlingen South Gym. Got a good game, good match here today. The Hanna Lady Eagles coming into town with a record of 8-1, trying to clinch a co-championship at least here tonight, going against Harlingen South, who's 3-6. But this district has been tough all year long. All coaches have been saying the same thing. Anybody can win on a given night. South won the first game, 25-18. This is game number 2. Lady Eagles on top, 10-7. And they got the serve. On the service line is number 18, Julissa Molina. Here's a serve across to South. Here's a serve. They get it across, punch it across. Molina gets it in the back. Big set across, partially blocked at the line. Ball goes out of bounds. That's a point for Hanna. 11-7. They're up by 4 points. Molina remains on the line. Julissa Molina. 11-7. Here's a serve, gets it across, picked up by the libero on the back line, punches it across. She found a spot, number 3, Dolores Mendoza. She didn't go for the setup on hit number 2, just gets it across. And final spot, wide open spot in the back line for a point. 8-11. Harlingen South 8, 11 for Hanna. Back to the service line is number 5, Maya Aguirre. 8, serving 11. Aguirre with a serve, picked up with the right side on the front line. Here's back to serve to number 6, Gonzalez. Picked up well by the back line for South to get it across. Here's a setup by number 17 to Arsenal. Ball goes out of bounds. Arsenal trying to spot the ball, looking for a spot right down the line. She just goes a little too wide, and that's a point for Harlingen South. On the service line is Maya Aguirre, number 5, 9 serving 11. Here's a serve by Aguirre, line drop, picked up by the libero. Try and go one out of bounds, bring it back inside. Is number Gonzalez. They get it across to the south side. Big kid trying to spot. It was Mireles, didn't have the right serve. Block at the line, get it across to the south side. Here's a serve. They punch it across to the Hanna side. Cross serve, block at the line. Good setup. Here comes number 5, Aguirre, looking for a spot. Defended well by Hanna. Little punch over, get it across. South defended well. Big power hit into the net. Arsenal with a serious kill, serious intentions, but she runs it into the line, to the net. Point for South. 10 serving 11. We got us a good ball game here today. Aguirre on the serve. 10 serving 11. 10 for South, 11 for Hanna. Game number 2. Hanna, South won the first game. Here's a setup for South on the kill. Block at the line. Picked up. Punched across to the south side. South, they're going to redo it again. Punch it across, looking for a spot. Picked up by the back line. Here's a set. Arsenal is just going to get it across. Here's a set by Aguirre. Looking for a spot into a big kill by number 6, Michaela Mireles. Mireles, 2 players had a shot at that ball at the back line, just couldn't control it. 11-11, we got a tie game. This is game number 2, 11-11 up. Picked up by the back line, put away, hit down by Mireles. Picked up, defended well by Hanna to the back line. Here's a reset for South. Hit it, block, partially block. Goes off the block into the, it lands right in there for a point for South. That's another kill for Mireles, Michaela Mireles. That's a point. South takes the lead on game number 2, 12-11 now. 12 serving 11 on the service line, number 5, Maya Aguirre. 12-11. Here's a serve picked up by Gonzalez. Back set for her. Big hit picked up by the back line for South. Here's a set to Mireles. Now goes cross court. Got a little piece of the line. That's a point. Michaela Mireles, power hit. Got a piece of the back line. That's what the judge is saying. 13-11 up by 2 is South. Calling instructions his head coach, Edgar Hagman. Hagman doing some coaching for the Lady Eagles right in the back line. 13 serving 11, South on top. Picked up by Hanna in the back line. Backside serve, partially blocked at the line, ball goes out of bounds. Number 7, make the, with the hit, Enio Agüero was blocked partially by number 6, Mireles, but goes out of bounds. That's a point for Hanna. 12 serving 13. 12 for Hanna, 13 for South. Here's a serve into the net. Adi Arsenal on the serve into the net. That's a point for Harlingen South. 14-12. They're out by 2. They won game number 1 here at the Harlingen South gym. Fighting for a playoff spot is Harlingen South. Here's a serve by number 23. Giannis gets it across. Here's a set for Hanna. Big power hit. Picked up well by the back line. Pushes it across. That's a big point. Boy, oh boy, what a big save by number 1, Zoe Garcia. Then they set it up for the kill to Michaela Mireles, and she puts it away on the kill. They lead 15-12. 15-12, number 23, Evelyn Llanes. 15-12, South won game number 1. This is game number 2. They lead 15-12. Here's a serve by Llanes to the back line. Here's a set across to number 12. Power hit by number 12, picked up by the back line. Set up. Big hit on the serve across. That's a big hit by number 6, Mireles. Hanna girls calling for a net, but the referee says, no, that was clear. That was clear. Hanna coach is going to take a timeout and regroup. South on top, 16-12 on game number 2. South acting like they won this one, 16-12. We'll take a break and we'll be back after these messages.
What's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew. Welcome to King Cuts.
We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
And we're back at the Harlingen South gym. South leads 16-12. This is game number 2. Of course, South won game number 1, 25-18. This is game number 2. They got the lead and they got the serve. On the service line is number 23, Evelyn Llanes, 16 serving 12. Fighting for a playoff spot. Here's a serve. Gets it across. Llanes does. Picked up by the back line. Arsenal. Here's a setup to Gonzalez. Picked up by the back line. Across. Picked up off the net. There's some contact with the net. And that's a point for Harlingen South. Referee's going to say there was some contact with the net, so that gives South the point. 17-12. They're up by 5. 17 serving 12. Harlingen South on top. This is game number 2. Here's a serve by Llanes. Gets it across. Here's a setup. Trying to find a spot is Gonzalez. Defended well. Big power hit, block at the line. Picked out by Hanna. Here's a cross serve to number 12. Looking for a spot. Just couldn't find it. Vivian Izaguirre looking to spot the ball. Couldn't get to it. Ball goes into the net. That's a point for South. 18 serving 12. They're out by 6. Game number 2. On the service line is Evelyn Llanes once again. 18-12. Picked up by the libero in the back line. Number 5 is Castillo. Castillo hits it into the net. That's a point. Ball came back to her on the setup. She hit it into the net. Angelina Castillo for Hanna. That's a point for South. 19-12. South up by 7 on this game number 2. They won game number 1. Here's a serve by Llanes. Gets it across. Here's a setup by number 17. Cross block, partial block of the leg. Trying to play it off the net. Here's a setup to number 6. Power hit. That's going to be a point. A big kill by number 9, Mireles. Initially on that play, they had a good block at the line on a power hit. They were able to control the ball. They got the setup to Mireles, and she put it away. They're up 20-12. 20-12. 20 points to 12 for Hanna. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back. Let's recognize our sponsors here today.
Downtown Harlingen for great food, shopping, fitness, and fun. Welcome to Coletti's. Take a break for a quick lunch with handmade burgers, pastas, salads, sandwiches, and pizza. After a long day, have dinner with us where we have over 20 new menu items. Join us for Margarita Fridays and live music Fridays and Saturdays on the patio. Make any day memorable at Coletti's. Visit colettis.net. Downtown Harlingen. It's where you belong.
And we're back at the Harlingen South Gym. This is Mario Medrano with the call. Volleyball action here in 32-6A. A lot of excitement, a good crowd, and a good turnout here at South. Watching this Lady Hawks fighting for a playoff spot. They lead 20-12. Here's the serve by Llanes. Gets it across to the libero. Here's a setup by Hanna. Gonzalez. Big power hit picked out by South. Here's a setup on their own. A big power hit picked out by Hanna on the other side. Wow. Good play picked out by South. South on their side looking for a spot, just a little bit too long. Maya Aguirre, her intention was to find a spot in the left corner of the court, just a little bit too long. That's a point for Hanna. 13 serving 20. Here's number 7 with the serve. That is Enio Agüero. Here's the hit by South. Defended well by Hanna. Big power hit. She puts it away with the kill. Number 12, I believe, Vivian Izaguirre with the kill. 14 points. 14 points for Hanna, 20 for South. They're out by 6. Here's the serve by Hanna. Ball drops in there. Bagline thought it was going to go out of bounds. The ball's right in there. Clearly, ball inside. That's a point. 15 serving 20. Hanna 15, 20 for South. South won game number 1. This is game number 2. 15 serving 20. Here's a serve picked out by the back line for South. Here's a setup. Number 6, Mireles gets it across. Here's a setup. Partially blocked at the line. South is going to set it up. Here we go to number 6, their power hitter. Contact at the gate on the net. The net is moving. That's a point for South. Some contact at the net, and so that's a point for South. 21-15, 21-15. South 21, Hanna 15 on game number 2. Here's a set to number 12. Trying to find a spot on the back. They get it across. Another set, cross court. Picked out by the line, playing out of bounds. They play well into the court. Hanna gets it across. Libero sets it up to the middle. Gets it across. Shoulder into the net. That's going to be against South. They're going to say that's going to be a point for Hanna. The setter might have touched the net. That's the call, so that's a point for Hanna. 16 serving 21. On the service line in number 6, Odalis Gonzalez. One of the premier players in District 32-6A. Line drive, picked out by the line. Here's a setup. Back setup, hit strong into the net. They're going to call net on Mireles that time. On Mireles, they're going to call net. Here's a serve by Hanna. High serve, defended well by South. They get it across. Hanna with a setup. Get it across. Picked up by Hanna. Here's a set. Power hit. Picked up by Hanna. Cross curve. Serve to number 12. With the kill is number 12, Vivian Aguirre. That's a point, 21-18. Time call, time call. Coach Anisa Luz is going to take a timeout and talk about it. They lead by 3 points. So we'll take a timeout and we'll be back after these messages.
As a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics, we encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit HinoGas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
It's always a holiday at the Restore.
Come check us out at 507 North 1st Street.
Miss a day, miss a deal.
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today.
Certainly want to thank all our sponsors. And once again, we want to welcome as a new advertiser. Want to welcome Southern Air Condition and Heating Solutions out of Harlingen. They're located at 1405 North Business 77. Give them a call for all your heating and cooling needs. 428-2213. 18-7-21. Hanna. Line drive picked up by South. Here's a setup. Good hit. Ball goes to the bound. And a big kill for number 6. Michaela Mireles for South. That's a point, 22-18. South won the first game. This is game number 2. They lead 22-18. They're out by 4 points, and they got the service line. Mireles at the line. Mireles gets it across. Picked out by the back line. Here's the set. Too close to the line. Ball goes out of bounds. That's a point. Trying to dink the ball across and looking for the line. Just goes wide. 23-18. South on top. That happened right next to the referee, so that's out of bounds. 23 for South. Here's a serve by Mireles, picked out by the back line. High serve, backside serve, partially blocked at the line. Defended by South. Big hit from the back line by Mireles. Get it across. Looking for a spot. They're going to set it up again. Coming from the back line. Punches it across. Ball going across. Here's the set. Cross court. Big hit, picked out by the back line. Good play by Hanna. To number 12, a big hit and defended well by number 23. Save in the corner by Mireles. They get it across. Nice volley by South, by both teams actually. Looking for a little spot. Ball drops in there. Found a right spot. That was number 8 for Hanna. Natalie Davila just found a spot right in the center of the court. That's a big point for Hanna. 19 for Hanna, 23 for South. This is game number 2. Server number 12, picked up by Mireles in the back line. That was Vivian Aguirre on the service line. Big hit by Mireles into the net. That's a point for Hanna, 20-23. That ball went into the net on the service line up to Vivian Aguirre. 20-23. Aguirre with a serve. Got part of the net, and that boy got some big help from the net. That changed the direction. And that's an ace for Hanna, and that's a point. 21 serving 23. 21 for Hanna, 23 for South. Here's a serve. Close to the net, but this one's clear. Here's a setup for South. Looking for a spot. Well defended by Hanna. Cross court to Ari. Long hit, just a little bit too long. Arsenal trying to look for a corner, trying to put it away, just a little bit too long. 24-21. Game point for South. 24 serving 21 on the line. It's number 2, Corinne Raniger. Raniger with a serve. Here's a serve. Gets it across to the middle. Picked up by Arsen on the back line. To Fernandez in the middle. Little ding. Play well by South. They're going to set it up. Here's number 7. Number 5 gets it across Garcia. Aguirre, excuse me. Big hit by Arsen. Defended well by South. They're going to get it across. They do. Hanna trying to set it up. Cross court to Arsenal. Hits it across. That's a point, and that block at the line. Arsenal by number 12, Andrea Grant, and that's a game point for South. 25-21. Game number 2 belongs to Harlingen South. 25-21. They lead 2-0 here. Harlingen South on top, 2 games to nothing over Hanna. Wow, we got us a a great ball game here today. This is Mario Medrano for RioSportsLive.com, bringing you the action here today alongside Eric Medrano, manning the computer and the camera and doing all kinds of things. We certainly appreciate everybody out there listening. We certainly appreciate our advertisers. We can't do it without you. We're still looking for more advertisers. Give us a call. Contact us if you want to be one of our advertisers. We're picking up more and more every day. So we certainly appreciate it, and that's how we're able to bring all this to you. Volleyball tonight. We got football on Thursday night. Great atmosphere here at the Harlingen South Gym. We'll take a break, and we'll be back.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Looking to add that special look to your home? Then stop by Nip and Tuck Draperies in downtown Harlingen. With a wide assortment of draperies, blinds, bedspreads, and more, they specialize in creating exactly what you want. Quilting done right in the shop, in the workroom. Open Monday through Friday, or call today for free estimates at 956-428-4331. Visit us on Facebook or stop by 214 East Jackson. It's Nip and Tuck Draperies as you shop downtown Harlingen.
And we're back at Harlingen South. We're ready to begin game number 3 here at Harlingen South, taking on Hanna. Hanna came with tie for first place with an 8-1 record, but man, this South team is all fire up. They won game number 1, 25-18. They won game number 2, 25-21. They lead 2-0 here. Trying to get a playoff spot here. We're ready to go. Julissa Molina at the service line to start game number 3. We're underway, game number 3. Here's the hit, the setup. Just couldn't save it. That's number 6, Michaela Mireles. Big power hitter for the Harlingen South Lady Hawks on the front left of the court for South. They lead 1-0. Back at the service line, number 23, Evelyn Yanis. Yanis to serve. Here's the serve. Gets it across. Ready to set up his number 17, Fernandez. Big power hit by Gonzalez, saved by South. They're going to set up their own. Well, she gets it across. The number 6 trying to surprise was Mireles. Well played. Found a spot on the left corner. That's a point for Hanna, 1-1. Game number 3. South leads 2-0. On the service line is Adi Arsenal for Hanna. Arsenal gets it across, picked up by the libero in the back line. Here's a set to number 6, looking for the back line, picked up by Arsenal in the back line. Number 7, Fernandez, big hit, picked up by the libero in the back line by Yanis for South. Looking for a little ding, picked up well by Hanna. Here's a big serve and a big power hit, defended well by South. Looking for a spot, diving, saving the ball is Arsenal. Another big hit and defended by number 5, Maya Aguirre. And there's a point for South. For Hanna, Hanna leads 2-1. Back on the service line, Adi Arsenal leading 2, serving 1. 2-1, game number 3. Picked out by the back line. Here's a setup. Number 6, Mireles. Didn't have the right setup that she wanted. Partially blocked at the line is Gonzalez for South. Here, South block at the line is Mireles. They punch it across. Hit 2. They get it across. Is Arsenal. They're going to set it up. Number 5 looking for a spot was number 5 Aguirre. Hanna was ready for that one. A big hit by Gonzalez was partially blocked at the line by Raniger. Ball drops in there. That's a point for Hanna. 3-1 is the score. Back at the service line is Adi Arsenal for Hanna. 3 serving 1. Picked up by the back line Garcia. Set up to Mireles. Block at the line. Right back at you. Now getting it across. Number 23 gets it across. Save by the back line for Hanna. They get it across. Number 5. Big serve and a big power hit. That's the kill. Big kill by Michaela Mireles. You can just tell. I mean, Mireles, if you gave her the right setup that she likes, she's going to put it away. Same thing for Dalis Gonzalez for Hanna. These 2 young ladies can flat out just power that ball. Here we go on the service. Number 3, Dolores Mendoza gets it across. Hanna trying to set up to number 12. Played well. Big power hit, but defended well by South. Returning the favor is Mireles on the kill. Arsenal try to play it on the back line. Ball goes out of bounds. That's a point for South. 3-3. 3 up. 3 serving 3. Number 3 on the serve. Dolores Mendoza gets it across. Saved well by Arsenal coming from the back line. Got a little piece of the net on the way out. A little dink. Picked up by Hanna. Arsenal trying to set it up to number 12. Looking for a spot. Saved by South. They get it across. Here's another. Trying to dink it again. Saved by South. They punch it over. Defended well by number 7. Agüero. Big power hit. That's in there. I believe that time that was number 12. Vivianis Aguirre. The right-hander power kill. On the kill, that's a point for Hanna. They lead 4-3. Hanna 4, South 3 on this game, number 3. Long serve picked up by South on the back line. The libero with a pickup now, number 23, Yanis. They get it across. Here's Hanna with a setup to number 12. Hit hard by Vivianis Aguirre, picked up by the back line. Maya Aguirre gets it across. Here's a setup for Hanna by Fernandez. Power hit. That's Dalis Gonzalez puts it away. 5-3. She got the perfect setup that time and just put it away. Hanna on top, 5-3 on game number 3. They trail by 2 games here. South won the first 2 games. This is game number 3. Across to the Hanna side. Here's the setup, cross-court setup. And number 12, Isaguirre. Isaguirre is going to put it away. Big kill right in the middle of the court for game point number 6. 6-3 is the score. 6-3 is the score. 6 serving 3. Here's a serve, just a little bit too long. No question about it. That was just a little bit too long. The flag came up, and that's a point. 6-3. 4 serving 3. Mireles at the service line for South for the Lady Hawks. Michaela Mireles gets it across, picked up by the libero on the back line. Here's a setup for Hanna. Hit, partially blocked line. Good. They're going to be able to set it up. Number 5 coming across, partially blocked the line. Defended well. Ball drops in there for a point for Hanna. Miscommunication. Those 2 players. The ball just dropped in between both of them. Just miscommunication. 7 serving 4. Hanna 7. South serving 4. South leads 2 games to nothing. Here's a serve. Picked up by Mireles in the back line. Cross serve to Aguirre. Looking for a spot. Partially blocked. Defended well by Hanna. They're going to get it across. Here's the libero for South. Here's a setup. Little quick across on the second shot. Trying to surprise Hanna. They played well. Here's Mireles. There's a point for Hanna on the play. 8-4. Coach Anissa Luz is going to take a timeout. 8-4 is the score. We'll take a break and we'll be back.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to
making history. This close to changing the world. We are this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close. We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close. If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
And we're back at the Harlingen South Gym. Got a good matchup, good crowd, good environment here today. Boy, the student body's all into the games on both sides. A lot of energy on both sides. Boy, Hanna brought a good crowd on the road. 2-0 is the score here. South won game number 1, 25-18. Won game number 2, 25-21. This is game number 3. They lead 8-4 in game number 3. On the service line is number 6, Odalis Gonzalez. Gets it across. South gets it across. They're going to reset. Here's a setup for South. Just a little bit too long. That's going to be a point. Waiting for a signal from somebody. That's going to be a little too long. That's a point for South. 5-8 on the service line. For South is Corinne Raniger. Raniger on the serve. Picked out by the back line for Hanna. Back serve. Little bit in there. That's a point for Hanna. 9-5. Good kill by number 12, I believe, at the front line. Vivian Izaguirre. Good power hitter for Hanna. That's a point. 9-5. Hanna 9, South 5. This is game number 3. Here's a serve. Line drive picked up by the libero in the back line. Here's a serve, partially blocked. Plays it well, get it across. South resets. Aguirre, cross set. Defended well by Hanna. Here's Audi Arsenault gets it across. Played well by South. Reset for Hanna. Here's a power hit. That's a point. Audi Arsenault with the power, with the kill. Just South couldn't play it off. That bounces off a defender. Goes out of bounds for a point. 10-5. 10 for Hanna, 5 for South. This is game number 3. Here's a serve. Here's punches it across, picked out by Hanna. Here's a set to Arsenault. Trying to find a spot. Ball hit out of bounds by South. That's a point. 11-5 is the score. On the service line is number 12, Vivian Izaguirre for Hanna. They lead 11-5. Here's a serve. Picked out by the backline, Evelyn Llanes. From the backline all the way is number 6, Mireles. Gets it across. Here's Arsen at the front line. Might have been some contact with the line. That's a point. Number 1 came across. Some contact with the net. That's going to be a point. Coming back into the game is number 5 for Hanna, Angelina Castillo. Number 12 is going to sit down, Vivian Izaguirre, for a while. Here's the serve, number 1, Zoe Garcia, excuse me. Garcia on the serve for South. 6 serving 11. Here's a set for Maya Aguirre, gets it across. Played well, beautiful, great hit. Defended by South. Wow. Boy, Arsenault just put all kinds of power on it, and South picked it up. Partially blocked at the line by Hanna. Here, we're going to reset. Pushes it across. Arsenault. South, the set to the back line. Big hit by Mireles from the back line. Defended well by Hanna. Another hit. Spins off the net. Falls in there for a point. Drops in there for a point. For Arsenault, that's a point. 12 serving 6. 12 points for Hanna, 6 for South. Game number 3. Picked out by the middle back line. Here's back set to Mireles. Gets it across. 17 Fernandez with a set. They get it across. They're going to reset by South. Number 5 hits it. Couldn't control it. Maya Aguirre with a kill for Harlingen South. There was a defender there, just couldn't play the ball. Coming into the ball game, number 22, Aliyah Guevara for the Lady Hawks. On the service line at number 5, Maya Aguirre. 7 serving 12. Game number 3, South leads 2-0. Quick dink, played it well, trying to save it. They do. They got to get it across. They do. Well played by Mireles from the back line on hit number 3. Big power hit, just a little bit too long. That's a point. Adi Arsenault had serious intentions with that kill. just a little bit too long. That's a point for South. 8 serving 12, 8 for South, 12 for Hanna. They lead 2 games to nothing. Harlingen South does. Here's a setup by Fernandez. They get it across. South set up. Big block at the line by Arsenal. South reset, drops it in there by number 22. Alia Guevara, a little spin move off the net. Found the spot in the center of the court for South. 9 serving 12 on the service line is number 5, Maya Aguirre. Trying to make a run here. Here's a serve across. South trying to set up Fernandez. Picked up by the back line for South. Backside serve into the net. Guevara was trying to find a spot, just a little dink across the net. Just push that one into the net. That's a point for Hanna. Hanna leads 13-9. 39, Hanna serving 9. Here's a setup by South. Big setup. Partially blocked and defended well. Picked up Arsenal. Big hit, big kill. Number 1, Adi Arsenal. Puts it away on the kill. 14-9. 49 is the call. Number 18 on the service line, Julissa Molina. Molina gets it across. High serve. Just a little too much power. Goes out of bounds. That's a point for Harlingen South. 10 serving 14. Substitutions coming into the ballgame is number 4, Jenna Otero. Number 23, Yanis on the serve for South. 10 serving 14. The back line. Here they're going to bump it across. South is going to have reset. Cross serve to number 6, a power hitter. 2 hits. Picked it up. They get it across. Well defended by Hanna. They're going to reset again. Big power hit. Picked out by the back line. Once again, ball going out of bounds. Saved by Hanna. They got to get it across. They do. They're going to do it again. Reset against Mireles. Big power hit. Picked up again. Hit twice. Blocked. Picked up by the Hanna side. They're going to punch it across. Defended. They're going to put it across. Looking for a spot. Final spot, Mireles. Well play on both sides. Wow, what a game we're having here. Great play. That's a point for South. 11 serving 14. 11 for Harlingen South. 14 for Hanna. Boy, we got us a great game here. This game number 3. Of course, South leads 2 games to nothing. This is game number 3. 11 serving 14. Number 23, Yanis on the serve. Gets it across to Hanna. Number 17, Fernandez on the set. Big power set by number 6, Odalis Gonzalez. She puts it away on the kill for a point. Many times, these are all about runs. You get a nice little run. You get a nice little 3, 4, 5 point run. Trying to stop the bleeding here. Here we go. Here's set up by South. Now they return the favor. Play well by Hanna by the back line. Now they're going to reset it. Punches it across. Here's South on the set to number 6. Looking for a block. They blocked and they played off the block. Get it across to South. They reset to Mireles. Power hit. Hit up into the air. That ball goes out of bounds. And that's a kill for Michaela Mireles. Boy, he got some firepower here on both sides. Both the Hanna Lady Eagles and the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. 12 serving 15. 12 for South. 15 for Hanna. Short serve into the net. Point for Hanna. Serve goes into the net. That's a point for Hanna. 16 for Hanna. 12 for South. Boy, you needed that point. Here's a serve by Hanna. Picked out by the back line. Here's a set to number 6. Power block at the line. Picked up well by the back line for Hanna. Looking for a spot in the middle. Defended well by South. Mireles gets it across. Looking for a spot. Defended well. Saved by number 17, Fernandez. They get it across. Here's number 3, Dolores Mendoza with a set. Looking for a corner. Play well by Hanna. Power hit in the back. That's put away by Odalis Gonzalez. Big kill by Gonzalez. Timeout, South. Hanna leads 17-12. This is game number 3. South leads 2 games to nothing. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
opened Alex Roll with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex Roll, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
And we're back at the Harlingen South gym. Hanna 17, serving 12 for South. Ball gets across. South with a setup to number 6. Cross court. Picked up well by Hanna. Defended by South. They're going to reset to number 6 on that side. Just couldn't hit it. Michaela Mireles just missed fire that time. That's a point for Hanna. They lead 18-12 in this game number 3. This is game number 3. Here's a serve by Hanna. Gets it across. Picked up by the libero in the back line. Giannis. Big set and a big kill. That's a point. The flag came out that it was long, but the referee said, no, that's a good point. Overruled by the head referee. That's a point for Harlingen South. 13 serving 8. Back at the line is Michaela Mireles on the serve. Mireles gets it across. Picked out by the back line for Hanna. Number 17, Fernandez the serve. Gonzalez looking for the spot on the line, down the line on the right side line. Ball goes out of bounds. That's a point for South. Down by 4, 14 serving 18 is South. On the service line is Mireles. Mireles with a serve for South. Gets it across, picked up by the back line. With the setup is Agüero. They get it across by Izaguirre. Here's a setup for South. Power hit. And that's a point. Number 5, I believe Maya Aguirre in the front line puts it away. Had some chances that time. Hanna just couldn't get the right hand on it. That's a point for South. 15 serving 18. Mireles gets it across. Picked up by the libero in the center. Fernandez for the set. Big, strong hit. Just a little bit too long. Point for Harlingen South. 16 serving 18. 16 for South, 18 for Hanna. South leads 2-0. Here's a serve by Mireles. Gets it across. A little strong, close to the net. Ball drops in there for a point. The first hit was too close to the net. The setter, not much that she could do with it. Ball just drops in there for a point. And that's a point for Harlingen South. So 17 serving 18 on this game number 3. We'll stay right here this time. South Lee won the first game 25-18. They won the second game 25-21. This is game number 3 on a very important matchup here at Harlingen South between Harlingen South. South came in with a record of 3-6, fighting for a playoff spot. Now Los Fresnos and Hanna. Hanna came in tied for first place with an 8-1 record. It all depends what happens up in Los Fresnos between San Benito and Los Fresnos. That'll determine the standings, whether Hanna have a co-championship or also depending what they do here tonight. They're going to need some help. They're going to need some help from San Benito, who's playing at Los Fresnos. The other game in district is Harlingen at Rivera. Of course, San Benito South and Rivera coming with a record of 3-6. Harlingen South, Harlingen High 2-7. There between those 4 teams, there's 2 spots left. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. Ready. 17 serving 18. South on the serve. Mireles picked out by the back line. Out of bounds. Picked up. Controlled by Hanna. They get it across to South. They're going to set it up to number 5, Maya Aguirre. Looking for a little spot. Defended well by Hanna. Big serve. Power hit. Picked up. 2 hits. They got to get it across. They do. Hanna does to the south side. Here's a set to number 5, Aguirre. Partially block at the line and control. Here's Hanna once again. Big power hit by Odalis Gonzalez. Finally got the right setup that she was looking for. Point for Hanna. 19 points to 17. They're out by 2. Hanna is on the line. Odalis Gonzalez, number 6 for Hanna. Here's a serve by Hanna. Picked up by Mireles in the back line. Here's a serve to Maya Aguirre, looking for a little spot, defended well by Hanna. Here's a setup to number 12. She puts it away. That's Vivianice Aguirre with a kill. (20) Hanna, 17 South on this game number 3 from Harlingen South Gym. Gonzalez on the serve, gets it across, picked up by the libero in the back line. Here's a set to Maya Aguirre. Cross court, a beautiful cross court and a big kill by number 5, Maya Aguirre. Trying to stop the little rally that Hanna had going. Making a comeback on this game number 3, 18-20. On the service line for South is Corinne Raniger. Raniger on the serve for South. 18 serving 20. Picked up by the libero in the back line, Angelina Castillo. Here's a setup. Power run blocked out of bounds for South. That's a point for Hanna. 21-18. Boy, we got a good matchup and a beautiful environment here at Harlingen South here tonight. Playoff implications. Boy, we got a good game. Here's a serve. Gets it across. High over on one shot. They're going to set it up. Hanna is. Big serve to number 1. Adi Arsenal hits it across. Defended well by South. Now big set. Big hit. Ball drops in there for a point. They're going to call it tie ball. No point. They're going to say there's no point. They're going to replay it. Some contact. Some discussion on the court with the head referee. Contact on both sides, I believe, is the call. So they're going to replay the point. Number 5, Maya Aguirre, getting an explanation by the head referee. So the replay, 21-18 is the score we have. 21 for Hanna, 18 for South. South leads 2-0 on this pivotal matchup, last game of this replay. Here's a serve by Hanna, picked up by the back line. Here's a setup by number 3. Hit, ball drops in there under the net. Setup was number 3, Dolores Mendoza. Set up to number 5, Maya Aguirre on the kill. Hanna had a defender there, just unable to play the ball. That's a point. 19 serving 21. 19 for South, 21 for Hanna. On the line, Zoe Garcia. Garcia gets it across. Picked out by the back line, Gonzalez. Serve to Arsenal. Trying to go cross court. Defended well by South. To the back line, Mireles gets it across. Hanna's going to set it up. Big set to Arsenal. Looking for the same spot. Defended well by South. They're going to set it up this time around. Looking for a spot. Nobody, somebody there. Well played by Hanna. Big power hit. Defended well by Mireles with the back line. Set up to Aguirre. Once again, just a little bit too long. Maya Aguirre looking at the back line, looking for a spot. Ball goes a little too long, and that's a point for Hanna. 22 for Hanna, 19 for South. They lead by 3. On the service line, number 17, Tabitha Fernandez. On the setup for South, they get it across. Here's Fernandez with the setup. They get it across. South is gonna set it up with a power hitter. Defended well by Hanna. Good pickup by Mireles in the back line. Ball drops in there, just couldn't play it in the back line. That's a point for Hanna, 23-19. 23-19 is the score. 23 for Hanna, 19 for South. Here's a serve. Hit up high in the air. Back serve for South to get it across. Big power hit in the middle by Adi Arsenal. Point for Hanna. 24-19, game point for Brownsville Hanna on this game number 3. They trail 2-0. Game point. Here's a serve for Hanna. Across. Here's a setup to Mireles. Mireles gets it across. Picked up by Gonzalez in the back line. Here's a set to number 12. Picked up by Mireles in the back line on the south side. They hit it across. Hanna's going to set it up again. Big power, partially blocked. Ball drops in their game. 25-19, game belongs to Hanna. 25-19. Game belongs to Hanna. So from from Harlingen South Gym. We got 2-1. 2 games to Harlingen South Lady Hawks. 1 game for Brownsville Hanna for the Lady Eagles. Boy, what a matchup. We had great environment here tonight at the Harlingen South Gym. The student body's going crazy. Good atmosphere, and why not? Hanna fighting for a championship or a co-championship at least. They come in tie with Los Fresnos. And for the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, they're looking to get a spot on in advance to the postseason here. So we got us a good game. Let's go over the standings real quick. Got a couple of minutes on the break as the team switch sides. Hanna came in with a record 8-1 already in the playoffs for Hanna. Possible co-champions if they can hang on here. And depends what happens with Los Fresnos and San Benito. Want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that we appreciate you listening to us, and we want to certainly thank all our advertisers. Got a couple of new advertisers with realsportslive.com. We want to welcome Southern AC and Heating Solutions out of Harlingen. They're located at 1405 North Business 77. Their phone number is 425-2213. Certainly appreciate them coming on as new advertisers. And also the Scoop here in Harlingen. A lot of people are very familiar for all kinds of desserts and ice cream and all those good things. Visit the Scoop here in Harlingen. And we are looking for more advertisers. That's what makes it possible for us to bring all these games to you. Got a lot of big plans. We got football on Thursday night. We'll be at the Harlingen South Rivera game. And, of course, on Friday, we're still debating, depending where Mr. Bowling's going to be. Got some big games that are going to determine district races. The San Benito Hanna game in football. That's on Friday night. That's going to be in San Benito. And also got the Port Isabel Raymondville matchup. That's pretty much also going to determine a district champion. So got some big games coming up, and we're going to cover those games as well, and get another big game on Saturday night down in Brownsville. Mission Veterans taking on Brownsville Pays. So we got all kinds of things, and what makes it possible that we can bring all these games is your generosity, your sponsorships, your advertising. If you can advertise, please give us a call if you can help us out. We are looking for advertisers to help this thing going. This is Mario Medrano for realsportslive.com. And here, South fighting for a playoff spot. Beautiful night here. Beautiful atmosphere here at Harlingen South. 2-1 is the call. Certainly want to appreciate Eric Medrano running camera here for us today. One of the new voices with realsportslive.com, Eric Medrano. Running the computer, running the scoreboard, doing all kinds of things here. Certainly want to appreciate this 2-man crew here tonight at Harlingen South, and a great atmosphere and a great volleyball game. We're about ready. South is going to go from right to left. This is game number 4. South leads 2-1. Here we go on the service line for South. It's number 5, Maya Aguirre. We're underway. Game number 4. Across the net. Here's a setup for Hanna to the back line. That's going to be a carry or a lift, I believe is the new name nowadays. Back in my day, we used to call it a carry. I think now they call it a lift. That's a point for Hanna. 1-0. Arsenal on the serve for Hanna. Gets it across. Good defense. Power hit by Mireles. Gets it across. Big power hit defended well by Garcia. Picked up by the back line for Hanna. They get it across. They're going to set it up. South is going to set it up. Here's a setup. Power hit defended well. Ball rolls on top of the net. Goes out of bounds. That's a point for Hanna. Boy. Big hit by Mireles. Ball went partially blocked. Roll on top of the net. Goes out of bounds. Not much you can do on that one. 2-0. 2-0 serving is Arsenal. Across. Picked up by the back line for South. Big power hit defended. Big kill by number 6, Michaela Mireles for South. I don't know the number of kills here today, but boy, she's had quite a few. Alongside on the other side, Ari Arsenault and Odalis Gonzalez been hitting tremendous shots, tremendous firepower on both sides tonight. Here's South looking for a little spot play, well by Hanna. Here's a setup for Hanna. Big power hit, and that's a point. Number 6, Odalis Gonzalez on the kill. Yeah, you give her the right setup, she's gonna put it away every time. 3-1. Hanna on top on this game. Line drive serve picked out by the backline by the libero Yanis. Set up, get it across, just a little bit too long. That's a point for Hanna. 4-1 is the score. Hanna 4, South 1. This is game number 4. 2-1, South on top. Here's the serve, line drive, picked up right off the floor. Set up, power. Picked up well, they get it across. They're gonna reset it again. Second hit, they get it across, trying to surprise. Play well by Hanna. Power hit to the back line, picked up. Goes out of bounds, saved by South. They punched it across to the back line, picked out by Hanna. Here's a serve, tipped it across. They're gonna be the setup. Big hit, pushed it across. Defended well, across to the south side. Here's the serve, partially blocked, hit, 2. 1 hit, just a little bit too long. Ball drops in there, a big kill by number 6, Michaela Mireles. Substitution for South coming out off the course. Top 22, Alia Guevara. To the service line, number 3, Dolores Mendoza. Mendoza goes to the service line. Here's the serve, 2 serving 4. Here's the serve, trying to punch it across, defended well by South. Here's a high set, punched across. Now Hanna's gonna do the set. Big hit, downs with a kill, number 6. Odalis Gonzalez, high set, and just perfect for her. She puts it away. 2-5. 2-5 is the score. 5 serving 2. 5 for Hanna, 2 for South. 5 serving 2. Hanna on the serve. Gonzalez on the serve for Hanna. Line drive picked up by the back line. Back serve. Carry, they're gonna call it a lift against South, against the setter. That's a point for Hanna. 6 serving 2. 6 for Hanna, serving 2 for South. Gonzalez on the serve. Bumped it up, here's a set, get it across. Gonzalez on the back line, here's a setup by Fernandez. Partially blocked at the line, controlled by South. Hit, out of bounds. Ball's out of bounds, that's a point for Hanna, 7 serving 2. Boy, the momentum is shifting to the Hanna side, 7-2. Gonzalez on the serve, picked out by the libero. Number 23, Yanis, set up, get it across, picked up by Hanna on the back line. Gonzalez gets it across from the back line, picked up by South on the backside. Power, hit across, defended well by Castillo. They get it across. They're gonna set it up in the air. They gotta get it across, South does. Hanna, set it up by number 17, trying to push it across. Play well, this is gonna count. Punched it up, ball goes out of bounds. Ball goes out of bounds for South. Couldn't control it. That's a point for Hanna. Hanna leads 8 points to 2 on game number 4. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back after these messages.
If you're looking for Cusser jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
We're back at the Harlingen South Gym. We got a good match here. We're in game number 4. South leads 2 games to 1. Trailing in this game number 4, 8-2. Hanna 8, South 2. South just took a timeout. Coach Anissa Lucia trying to talk to her girls, making sure they get settled down and get back into this game. 2-1. South on top. Here's on the serve. Odalis Gonzalez gets it across. Here's a set, back set. Hit hard. Ball's got dropped. Kill for number 6, Michaela Mireles. Point for South. 3 for South, 8 for Hanna. On the service line, number 6, Mireles. Mireles with the serve, picked out by the back line. Set to number 5, trying to get it across. That she does. That's Castillo. Big line, big hit by Mireles from the back line. Defended well by Hanna. Get it across. It punched it over. Hanna does on the Harlingen South side. Looking for a spot. Mireles play well by the back line. Trying to hit it. South is going to set it up. Cross court set up to number 5, Maya Aguirre. Defended well by Hanna. Here's a setup. They punch it across. Here's a set to number 5, Aguirre looking for a spot. Good volley on both sides. Number 12, big power hit, just a little bit too long. Vivianis Aguirre with some serious power, just a little bit too long for Hanna. That's a point for Harlingen South, 4 serving 8. On the serve is Michaela Mireles for Harlingen South, 4 serving 8. Here's a setup by Fernandez. On the hit, saved by South. They gotta get it across. They do. To the back corner of the backside, number 5. Castillo picks it up. Here's a setup to 12. Partially blocked out of bounds. Number 12 with the hit. Vivianis Aguirre goes out of bounds. On the block was Corrine Raniger. Unfortunately for her, the ball goes out of bounds. That's a point for Hanna. 9 for Hanna, 4 for South. South on top, 2-1. Here's the serve by number 12. Vivianis Aguirre gets it across. The setup. Quick push across, set up by Hanna, coming across, picked up well by South. They're gonna reset Hanna. Here's a setup. Arsenal gets it across, defended well by South. Here's a setup for South. Across, here's Hanna once again. Power hit, just a little bit too long. Looking for the back corner was Arsenal. Adi Arsenal, just a little bit too long. That's a point for Harlingen South. Back on the service line, Corrine Raniger. 5 serving 9. 5 serving 9. Here's a serve. Picked out by the back line. Here's a serve to the middle, top middle. Defended well by South. Here's a setup by South. Picked out by the back line for Hanna. Here's a setup by Hanna. Arsenal to get it across. Play well by South. They get it across to the Hanna side. Fernandez sets up Arsenal once again. Picked up by the back line. Save. You got to get it across now. Oh, out of bounds. Point for Hanna. Nice action-packed game here on both sides, showing some athletic ability. Point for Hanna, 10-5. 10 serving 5. Number 17 on the serve is Tabitha Fernandez. Here's a setup to the line. Block at the line. Here's a setup for Hanna, trying to dig the ball, defended well by South. Here's a setup. Number 5, Maya Aguirre gets it across. Here's Hanna. Big kill. Just could not play the ball. Power hit in the center of the court for a big point for Hanna. They lead 11-5. Just almost like they picked it up to a notch and just a different ball game here. South just needs to weather the storm here. If you're Harlingen South, you got to keep your composure. It's not over. You lead 2-1. Big setup here. Defended well by South. Here's a setup to number 5. Hit hard. Defended well. Number 7 in the back. Carry. Another lift by South. Some misdirection play. Just couldn't control the ball. That's the point. 12 serving 5. Time call. Time call by Harlingen South. The Lady Hawks are going to talk about it. It's a good timeout. You don't want this one getting out of hand. A lot of time these games are about runs, and Hanna's making a nice run right now. So we'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Well, we got us a good one, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Harlingen South Gym. This is game number 4. Hanna on top, 12-5. They trailed 2 games to 1. South won the first game, 25-18. They won the second game, 25-21. Hanna won the third game, 25-19. This is game number 4. 2 games to 1. South on top, but Hanna making a big run here. They lead game number 4, 12-5. Here's the serve. 12 serving 5. Saved by the South player. They get it across. Hanna's gonna reset it. They punch it across. Defended by South at the net. They punch it across. Hanna's gonna reset it. Here's a set to Arsenal. Big hit. Defended well by Hanna. Picked up by South. Picked up by the back line for the Harlingen South Lady Hawk. Cross court setup. Punches it across. The setup was blocked and the setup too close to the net. Not much the hitter can do with that one. Try to punch it across. Drop on the South side for a point. 13 for Hanna. 5 for South. 13 serving 5. Ball comes across. Here's a set. The hit. Block at the line by number 8 for Hanna. Natalie Davila blocked it at the line. She was trying to dink it across, and there was a good block by Davila for a point. 14 serving 5. Here's the serve. Hit up in the air for South. Hit from the back line. Trying to control it, they do. They get it across. Saved by Hanna on a beautiful play. Here's a setup. Maya Aguirre block at the line. Play by Hanna. Here's a setup by Hanna now. Big hit. Picked up by the back line, Mireles. Here's a setup for South. Aguirre looking for a spot. Point for Hanna. They're gonna call another carry or lift against South. That's another point. 15-5, up by 10 is hard. It's Hanna. Service line in number 17. Trying to punch it across. Couldn't handle the set. Coming into the ballgame is number 22, Aliyah Guevara for Harlingen South. 16 for Hanna, 5 for South. Service line number 17, Tabitha Fernandez. Here's a setup for South. Big hit by Mireles. Saved out of bounds by Hanna. They get it across. Mireles. Here's a setup by Aguirre. Big hit from the back line. Mireles across. Here's a setup. Misdirected at the line. Ball drops in there for a point. Adi Arsenal for Hanna. That's another point. 17 serving 5. The energy picked up on the Hanna side. Here's a serve. Up in the air by number 5. Hit to the back line. Into the net. That's a point. From the back line, Mireles, Michaela Mireles hit it. Ball was hit into the net. That's a point. 6 serving 17. 6 serving 17. I don't know that point was awarded on the right side. Back on the service line will be Zoe Garcia. Zoe Garcia, 6 serving 17. Zoe Garcia for the Lady Hawks. Garcia on the serve. Line dash serve to the back line. Pick up at the libero. Castillo to the back line to Fernandez in the middle. They get it across. South has got the ball. Big hit into the net. Mireles was trying to spot that ball. Hits it into the net. That's another point for Hanna. Going to the service line, coming into the ballgame, Julissa Molina for Hanna. Here's Molina. Here's a serve. Pick up by the libero in the back line, Yanis. Here's a set by number 5. Hit hard by Mireles. Defended well by Hanna. Here's a setup. Push it to the back. Defended by South. Looking for a spot up in the air. Hit. It was a block out of bounds. It was block out of bounds. The signal came out of bounds, but it was block out of bounds. The Hanna crowd doesn't like the call, but I think it was off one of the defenders. A point. 7 serving 18. That's a point for South. 7-18. Here's a setup for O'Dalis. Block at the line out of bounds. O'Dalis with a big hit. Block at the line, but Andrea Grant, unfortunately, ball goes out of bounds. That's a point. 19 serving 7. 19 for Hanna. 7 for South. On the service line is number 1, Adi Arsenal. Arsenal with the serve. To the back line by the libero, Evelyn Llanes. Set up by Aguirre. Hit hard by Mireles. Defended well by South. Here's a setup. Big setup. And O'Dalis Gonzalez get that setup that she was looking for. Puts it away on a big hit. And a big point for Hanna. 20-17. 20 serving 7. Adi Arsenal at the service line for Hanna. Ball gets it across. Picked up by Guevara. Across. They get it across by Aguirre. Here's Fernandez on the setup. Big hit once again by Gonzalez. Puts it across. Puts it across. (21-7). 21-7. 21 serving 7. Here's a set for South. Partially blocked. Picked out by the back line for Hanna. Control. Get it across. Big hit. Just a little bit too long. Number 12 put in a little extra on that hit. Vivian Aguirre just a little bit too long. Substitution for South. Coming into the ball is number 2, Corinne Raniger. Back at the service line. Number 23, Evelyn Llanes. 8 serving 21. Fernandez on the setup. Block at the line. Beautiful block. Gonzalez has serious intention, but that was blocked beautiful by Raniger. Big hit that time by South, and that's a point. 9 serving 21. Point number 9 for Harlingen South for the Lady Hawks. They lead 2-1 here. This is game number 4. South on top, 2-1. Here's the serve by Llanes, gets it across. Close to the net, she punches it over. South is gonna set it up. They hit it across, picked up by Adi Arsen on the back line. Fernandez for the setup to number 12. Looking for a little spot, punches it out. The ball falls on the south side. That setup was just too close to the net. Not much that Raniger can do with it. Too close to the net. She tried to punch it over. There was a defender right there. Ball drops in there. That's a point. 22 serving 9. 22 serving 9. Just couldn't play it. Goes off the hands of the libero. That's a point for Hanna. 23 serving 9. 23 serving 9. On the service line is number 7, Aniel Agüero. Hit out of bounds. That's a point for South. 10 serving 23. Ten serving 23. That's a point for Harlingen South. Number 3 on the service line, Dolores Mendoza. Here's a serve to the back line, picked up by the libero in the back line, Castillo. Here's a serve, number 7. Picked up, ball came across. Ball hit by Gonzalez on the right side. Ball came on the south side, dropped in there for a point on the block. 24 game point. 24-10 game point. Gonzalez, O'Dalis Gonzalez on the service line. Here's a setup by South. Backside, hit hard. Defended by Hanna. Here's a setup, game point, playing game point here. Set up by number 3, Mendoza. Cross court by Mireles, picked up by Hanna. A little punch, and that's a point. 25-10. 25-10. Hanna wins game number 4. And we're all tied up now. We're all tied up from the Harlingen South team. 2-2. We're going to go a deciding game number 5 here at Harlingen South. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after this message. Let's recognize and certainly want to thank our advertisers here today, making us bring you the action, volleyball action here in 32-6A possible. Mario Medrano for RealSportsLive.com. We'll be back.
Space and decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular designs fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office.
If you drive a truck, we're looking for you. Rollins Transportation is now hiring non-CDL drivers for FedEx ground delivery routes. You must be 21 years or older, have 1+ year driving a 15-foot or larger box truck, have a clean background check, a clean driving record, and be able to provide a driving employment history. There are multiple open spots available. If you have what it takes to be part of our growing team, don't wait. Call, text, or email to apply today.
And we're back at the Harlingen South Gym. Mario Medrano on the call here alongside Eric Medrano, manning the camera and the computer. Well, we got us a good one. 2-2 is the story here at Harlingen South. Some excellent volleyball here. A lot of drama on the balance here, fighting for a playoff spot now for the Hanna Lady Eagles. They're already in the playoffs. They're looking for a championship, outright championship, depending on what happened in San Benito and Los Fresnos. For the Lady Hawks, the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, they're fighting for a playoff spot. 2-2. First game, South won the first game 25-18. They won the second game 25-21. Then Hanna came storming back. Came storming back. They won the third game 25-19, and they won the game number 4 25-10. This one's going to go down the wire. This will decide it up to 15 points. Game number 5 here from Harlingen South. Looking for a playoff spot. Hanna's in the playoffs already. Unbelievable. What a great game from both teams. Hanna came with a record of 8-1, tied for first place with Los Fresnos. Harlingen South came in with a record of 3-6. Alongside San Benito and Rivera at 3-6, looking for playoff spots. Los Fresnos, Hanna are in. There's 4 teams, 2 spots left. Is Harlingen South going to be one of them? They'll hold serve here to begin. Game number 5 on the line, Michaela Aguirre, and we're underway, up to 15. Here's a setup to Gonzalez, big power hit, just a little bit too long. 1 point for South. This is the game number 5, deciding game. 2-2, all tied up here from Harlingen South. On the serve is Aguirre, number 5, played by the back line. Here's the serve. Arsenal try to push it across, defended well by South. On the hit, looking for a spot. The Michaela Mireles changed directions on the defense. Found a spot, and the South on top, 2-0. South on top, 2-0 here on game number 5, the deciding game, up to 15. On the service line is Maya Aguirre. Aguirre with the serve, right in the middle of the court. Hanna's gonna set it up. They push it across. South is going to set it up now. Here go to Mireles. Power hit. Defended well by Hanna. Picked up by the back line. Their own serve to Arsenal. Puts it away. Big kill from the front line on the left side by Adi Arsenal for Hanna. 2-1. 1 serving 2. Deciding game here at Harlingen South. Great atmosphere. Good crowd here tonight at the service line. Adi Arsenal for Hanna. 1 serving 2. Here's a serve picked out by the back line for South. Here's a setup. Push to the bound right at the corner by Michaela Mireles. She's gone to that spot twice now. Hanna might think about covering the little spot. 3-1. Point for South. They lead 3-1. Game number 5, deciding game up to 15. 3-1 South on the service lane. Giannis on the service line, gets it across. Picked up by Arsenal. Fernandez on the set. Big hit and a big kill by Gonzalez right in the center court. Odalis Gonzalez on the kill. Boy, that ball just goes straight down. 2 serving 3. 2 for Hanna, 3 for South. On the serve, Agüero. Agüero gets it across. Here's a setup for little punched across by setup by Hanna. Get it across. Defended by South. They get it across. Picked up by the back line. Number 17, Fernandez. A set. Picked up, well defended. Picked up by Hanna, South. Beautiful. They get it across. Picked up by the back. Fernandez. The set. Odales was serious about that one. Couldn't put it away. Here's a big hit by Mireles. Picked up. Boy, nice volley on both sides. Great defense on both sides. Here's once again Mireles looking for that corner again. Defended well by Hanna. Cross court comes on the south side. Defended by South. Cross court set. Big hit. Block at the line. That's a point. All tied up. Good defense protecting the net. The blocker came into the net and blocked the ball. Mireles was unable. I don't think that was exactly the set that she wanted. Normally she prefers a higher setup. Block at the line. Let's see, 3-3, 3 up. Looking for a setter here. See, they're calling for who's going to be the server. Number 7, Agüero's at the service line. Somebody's coming off the bench. A little bit of confusion for Hanna. 3-3. Deciding game between Hanna Lady Eagles and the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. Number 4 coming into the ballgame for Hanna, Jenna Otero. On the service line, and number 7, Agüero. 3-3 is the score, up to 15. Here's a serve, gets it across. Here's a setup by South. Big set and a big hit. This time is Michaela Mireles who, with the kill for South. That's a big point, 4-3. South on top. What an energy we have here. Everybody's into the ball game here. Game number 5, deciding game. Here's a serve by South. Center of the court. Here's a setup by Fernandez to Gonzalez. Into the net. That's a point. That time she saw 2 blockers in front of her. She just misjudged the jump. Odalis Gonzalez, she hit that one into the net. That's a point for South. 5 serving 3. 5 for South, 3 for Hanna. Here's a serve by number 3. That's Mendoza. Here's a setup. Punch it into the bag. They get it across. It was blocked at the line. They finally punch it across. Here's a setup. Punch it across. Picked out by Hanna. Now they're going to set it up. They get it across. Looked like that ball's going to be out of bounds. Saved by South. They push it across. Mireles. Now Hanna with a setup. Big power hit. Defended well by South. South is going to push it across. Fernandez is going to with a setup. Number 7, Agüero. Across, right at the line, right at the net. Ball drops on the Hanna side. They punch it out. Now they get it across to the south side. Here's a setup. It's coming to Mireles. Big power hit. Just couldn't control it by the back line. Michaela Mireles with a kill. 6 serving 3. 6 serving 3. Timeout, timeout. Hanna. Coach Ensgar Higman is going to talk about it. South on top, 6-3 on this game number 5 in the deciding game. Whoa, what a game we have here today. Want to thank all our sponsors. Want to remind you, realsportslive.com. We are looking for advertisers. Come and see us. This is the type of action we want to be able to bring to you. It's only possible we can find some advertisers. There's some expenses we got to take care of. And please call Mr. Joe Bowling. We want to be able to bring this type of action. What an atmosphere we have here at the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, fighting for the playoff lives here today. We have more results. Possibly there might have to be a playing game if needed, depending on the standings, depending who does what tonight. Hanna's already in the playoffs. They're trying to stay in contention for a co-championship along with Los Fresnos, depending on what happened at Los Fresnos tonight. Los Fresnos was playing it's against San Benito. They were hosting San Benito. The other team that was looking for a playoff spot was Rivera. They were hosting Harlingen tonight. So all kinds of playoff scenarios here tonight. This is going to be worked out tonight. 6-3 on top. South On the service line is number 3, Dolores Mendoza for South. Here's the serve. 6-3, South on top, over the net, comes across to the south side. Here's a setup to number 6, looking for a spot on the right side, defended well by Hanna. Set up by Fernandez, looking for Gonzalez. They get it across to the south side. They punched it across to the back line, defended well by Castillo in the back line. Set up to number 12, just a little bit too long. Number 12 trying to go for the kill. Vivian Aguirre, just a little bit too long. Point for South, 7-3 is the score. Up to 15, this is the deciding game. Right over the net, defended well by Hanna. Here's a setup to O'Dali, looking for a spot. Picked up by South. Ball goes out of bounds. Point for Hanna. Wow, what a game here tonight. The great environment here. This is what it's all about. Everybody's into the game. 4 serving 3. Hanna 4, South 7. Up to 15. Odalis Gonzalez on the service line. Gets it across to the libero. Yanes picks it up. Set up. Cross. Partially blocked at the line. Here's a setup to number 12. Big hit. And a big kill for number 12. She puts it away. That's Vivian Aguirre with the kill. From the front line when she went cross court on it. Somebody got a hand on it. Just couldn't control it. 5 serving 7. 5 serving 7. 5 for Hanna. 7 for South. Odalis Gonzalez on the serve. Picked out by the back line in the middle. Here's a high setup to the back line. Block at the line. Control by South. Get it across. Hanna's going to set it up to 12. Once again, block at the line. Control by Hanna. They're going to get it across. South is going to have a chance to reset it. Here's the big hitter. Block at the line. They get it across. What a save by Hanna. They're going to reset again. Mireles, power hit. That's the setup she was looking for. She puts it away. Michaela Mireles. And a big point for South. You can just tell these two young ladies, if you give them the right set, they're going to put it away every time. Michaela Mireles for South. 2 big power hitters on the other side also for Hanna. Arsenal and Odalis Gonzalez. What a game we have here at Harlingen South. Here we go. Mireles at the service line to the back line. Controlled by Hanna. Here's a setup. They get it across. South is going to set it up once again. They set up Mireles to the back line just a little bit too long. Comes across to the south side. They're going to set it up again. Hit to the right side. They punch it across. Hanna's going to set up power number 12. Ball falls inside. Ball's going to go to bound. That's a big point. Number 12 was blocked at the line. Vivian Aguirre, they try to play it. One of the defenders on the setup punched it out of bounds. That's a point. 9-5 for South. 9-5. Harlingen South on the serve. Michaela Mireles on the service line. 9 serving 5. Picked up by the backline, pushed down, and a beautiful play by number 5, Maya Aguirre punches it down for a big point. Hanna's complaining that that hand came across the net. Timeout, Hanna. 10-5 is the score in favor of the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. Fighting for their playoff life here. We'll stay right here. This is a big game. Harlingen South Lady Hawks fighting for their playoff life. Mario Medrano on the call here for RealSportsLive.com. Alongside Eric Medrano, manning the camera and the computer. What a scenario. What a game here tonight. Playoff fever, no question about it. Now Hanna's in the playoffs already. They're fighting for a championship or co-championship alongside Los Fresnos. They're already in the playoffs. Harlingen South trying to get a victory and solidify their chances to go to the playoffs. I think with a victory, they're pretty much in it. We still got to see the scenarios. Here we go, 10-5. They lead 10-5, Harlingen South. 2-2 is the score. Final game here, up to 15. On the serve, Michaela Mireles goes, the ball goes across. 10-5 is the score. Hanna, here's a serve. Big hit, block at the line. Control by Hanna. They get it across. Here's South. Here's a setup for South. Power hit, ball goes out of bounds. Number 5, Maya Aguirre having a big 5th game here. Defender in the back line put a hand to it, just unable to control it. I believe that was Agüero, just couldn't control it. 11-5 is the score. 11 serving 5. Mireles on the service line, gets it across, picked up by the libero in the back line. Fernandez for the setup. The libero is going to get it across. South's got a chance here. Here's the setup. Once again, Maya partially blocked at the line. Hanna's going to control it. They're going to play it. Gonzalez bumps it across. Defended by Mireles. Here's they punch it across. They got to just volley across. Here's a setup. Across. Big hit off the shoulder of Mireles for a big point for Hanna. 11-6. 6 serving 11. Hanna 6. South 11. Game number 5. Deciding game here up to 15. 2 games to 2. Here's a serve by Hanna. Picked up by Mireles. Here's a setup. Big hit. Cross court. Picked up. Defended well by Arsenal. Coming back to Arsenal. Short on the setup. They're going to bump it across. Here's a setup against for South. Big hit. Big pickup. Defended well. Now a nice setup to Arsenal. Picked it away. She puts it away. Big kill for Arsenal from the front line. 11-7 is the score. 7 for Hanna. 11 for Harlingen South. 7 serving 11. This could be for a playoff spot for the Harlingen South Lady Hawks. Hanna's already in. Number 12 on the service line. That's Vivian Izaguirre. Here's a serve by Izaguirre. South is going to have the setup. Here's big hit. That's a big point. Big point. I believe that was number 12, Maya Aguirre, on the kill. No chance. Right, put it right between 2 defenders for a big point. 12 serving 7. They're up by 5 in this deciding game number 5. 2 games to 2. Here's a serve by Raniger. Gets it across. Hanna's going to set it up. Here's Arsenal. Power hit. Picked up. They're going to defend it well. They get it across to the Hanna. They're going to set up Arsenal once again. Big hit. This time she bumps it around. South is going to have a chance, but they bump it over. Here's the setup. They bump it across. Arsenal just going to push it across. No, that was not the setup she was looking for. Here's a set. Big hit. Blocked. And a point. It's a big hit by Maya Aguirre into the blockers. They bump it outside South did. That's a point. 12-8. They're out by 4. 8 serving 12. 8 for Hanna. 12 for South. Here's a serve by Hanna. Defended, picked up by the back line. Here's a set. Punch it over. Block at the line by number 8 for Hanna. Natalie Davila falls on the south side of South on top by 3. 12-9. Timeout. Timeout. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. What a game we had here. There's a playoff spot on the line. RealSportsLive.com bringing you this great action in 32-6A. Volleyball action here tonight. Hanna's in the playoff. They're fighting for a possible co-championship. Again, depending on what happened over at Los Fresnos, between San Benito and Los Fresnos, and also between Harlingen and Rivera. All kinds of scenarios here. Once again, 2 teams are in, 2 teams looking to get in. Los Fresnos is in, Hanna's in. 2 more spots left between San Benito South and Rivera, and possibly Harlingen High, depending on what happens down at Hanna. If needed, they might have to play playing game scenario if needed to. 12-9 the score here. Hanna on the serve. Hanna holds the serve. We'll stay right here. Hanna 9, South 12. Up to 15, this game number 5. 2-2. Here's a serve across. Here's a setup to South. Trying to get it. They do get it across. Great save by Hanna. Here's another serve and a big hit. Block at the line. Control by Hanna. Here's a serve. They punch it over. Picked up by South. Here's a setup. They're going to punch it over. Get it across. Picked up by the back line. Here's another set. They punch it over. Ball drops in there for a point. Arsenal got the setup. South respected her power. She just dunked it in there for a point. 10 serving 12. Here's South. Here's a setup. Big hit. Almost look like a big turn by Gonzalez to save that one. Punch it over, and that's a point. 13-10. 13-10. Point for Harlingen South. Ball drops in the middle of the court. The back line was playing a little too far back. Here we go. Number 1 on the serve for Harlingen South. 13 serving 10. 13 serving 10. Zoe Garcia on the serve. We got us a good one. Picked out by the back line for Hanna. Here's a setup for Audie Arsenal. That's a point. Hit the net, and South had a couple of defenders. Just couldn't get to the ball. 11 serving 13. Back to the service line for Hanna's Julissa Molina. 13, 11 serving 13. 11 for Hanna. 13 for South. Deciding game. 11 for Hanna. 13 for South. Here's a serve by Molina. Good, defended well. Here's a setup, looking for a spot across to Hanna. Here's a setup to Arsenal, looking for a spot, defended well by South. Here's a high set, looking for a spot up in the air. South is gonna have a chance to set this one up. Here we go, here's a setup for number 5. Can't kill that, she didn't like the setup, just punches it across. Here's a spot for Gonzalez, gets it across to South. Once again, looking for a spot. Little volley back and forth. Here's a big hit, picked up by South. They're gonna set it up this time around. Here's number 5, gets it across. Here's the South, a big hit in there. Point for Gonzalez. For Hanna, Odalis Gonzalez on the kill. Right in. 12, serving 12 for Hanna, 13 for Harlingen South. Time call. Time call. What a game we have here at Harlingen South Gym. 12 points for Hanna, 13. 12 serving 13, 13 for Harlingen South. This is the deciding game, ladies and gentlemen. What a game, what an atmosphere here at Harlingen South. Volleyball action, 32-6A. Playoff implication on both sides. What does it mean? Well, for Hanna, a possible district championship or co-championship. For the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, a possible playoff. They can advance to the postseason if they can pull this one out. I'm sure they have the upper hand. Good crowd here on both sides. Hanna travels well. They got a good crowd here tonight. A lot of a beautiful environment. So does Harlingen South. The student bodies, boy, they're into this game here. This was going to go down the wire. Up to 15 first. 12, serving 13. Here's Julissa Molina across. Here's a South, the setup. Punches it across to the corner. Just a little bit too long. 13-13. 13-13. On the final deciding game, 2-2. Julissa Molina, up, balls up in the air. Here's the setup. Here's the hit. Defended by the back line. Here's a setup for Hanna. Defended well by South. Saved by South. Now they're going to get it across to Hanna. Here's a setup to Arsenal. Trying to find a spot. Defended well by South. They're going to set up to the back line to Mireles. Gets it across into the net. Careful. They get it across. South is going to set it up. Here we go. Here's a setup to number 5. Didn't get everything she wanted. I don't think that was the setup she wanted. Cross setup to Arsenal. Big hit across. Just a little bit too long. Ball goes out of bounds. Arsenal was trying to look for the back corner. Just a little bit too long. 14-13. Game point. Game point. Coming into the ball game is number 22, Aliyah Guevara. For Harlingen South. Game point, 14, serving 13. Game point for Harlingen South. 2-2. Here's a serve, gets it across. Here's a setup to Odalis. Gonzalez gets it across. Here's a setup for South. Big hit, and it's in there. And this one belongs to the Harlingen South on a big kill by Michaela Mireles. 15-13 is the final. Boy, what a game. What a tremendous atmosphere at Harlingen South, and a big victory for the Lady Hawks of Harlingen South. What a game. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's all about, bringing you this type of action. RioSportsLive.com. Mario Medrano on the call. 15-13 is the final. So the Harlingen South wins this match 3-2. First match was 25-18. First game was 25-18 for South. Second game, South won game number 2, 25-21. Hanna came roaring back and they won game number 2, 25-19. And then game number 4 was 25-10. 25-10 game number 4. Tied it all up, 2-2. And on this final and deciding game, the intensity picked up again. They find the groove for Harlingen South did, and they win this one 15-13. What a game, what a game. The playoff scenario will be clear tomorrow, depending on what happened across the district. What a game here tonight. Anybody can win anybody at any given time. That was the message from several coaches, and that's what happened here tonight. Harlingen South, we saw them at the beginning of the year. They lost some tough games, and we mentioned it back then. We could see the possibility of this team we noticed that they have some good players, and I think we had called the game early in the year, a couple of games against Los Fresnos and San Benito. We could see the potential of this team, and they're hitting their stride right at the proper time. So they come back and they win this big game here on a 5-set matchup here at Harlingen South Gym. The Lady Hawks win game number 5, and they win the match 3-2. Well, that's going to do it for us. This is Mario Medrano on the call alongside Eric Medrano. Stay tuned. We got some football coming up on Thursday night, and also Friday and Saturday, all kinds of action going on. We are looking for some advertisers. Please let us know if you can help us out. We are looking for some advertisers, so let us know. Thursday night we'll be down in Brownsville. Big game in Brownsville. Got Harlingen South taking on Rivera. We'll be down for that one at 7 o'clock. And then on Friday, well, we'll be somewhere. Mr. Joe Bowling will either, he's got a survey going on, see where he needs to be, giving the voters a chance to decide. Either he'll be at the Port Isabel Raymondville match for district matchup football game on Friday, or he may be at the San Benito Hanna game. That one's also for the district championship. If not, yours truly will be at that one. So we'll see. We're going to be out. Tune us in. Big games across the Rio Grande Valley. And then again on Saturday night, football continues. Big game. Mission Veterans comes to town with the unblemished record, probably the #1 team in the Valley, will take on an unbeaten Brownsville Pace in district. That one's for the district title as well. I think both teams are 5-0. So big game at down in Brownsville on Saturday night. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, final game here at the Harlingen South Gym. Lady Hawks win 3-2. That's going to do it. We're going to say bye. Thanks again. Mario Medrano on the call for RealSportsLive.com saying so long, everybody. God bless you.
Location for Children's Depot in Wesco is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Lone Star National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank. For 35 years, the Valley's bank.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College.